Truth Frequency Radio.
Good morning, TFR.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, this is Alan. I like IronWorx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IronWorx with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cozy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IronWorx with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IronWorx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the planet. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IronWorx with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IronWorx and become an Iron Scout.
I'm starting off fresh and I feel good. I look good. I smells good. I am good. Happy Friday, my friend.
Thank God it's Friday.
It's Friday, my dudes.
Yep, it is that time of week again, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday, my dudes. And if you're watching the screen right now, you might notice that the setup is a little bit different because we are one man short this morning. We are missing a Walter.
Or did you find him?
Holy jeez. What are you doing here, sir?
Bro.
No shit.
Yeah, I snuck in.
Back. Yeah.
Now, it's just been a interesting day or two. I've been like having an allergy attack again. I don't know, maybe something blew in. We had bad weather a day or two ago, and right as it was getting here, I just bottomed out with it. The whole face running and can't breathe. All of it. So I've been drilled up and zombied out. So, meaning I slept all day yesterday and went to bed really late last night. But I am here now, and there's other folks I see. So why don't I shut up and let you introduce them?
Why don't we? We'll just go ahead and say hello to Mr. Jonathan from Jersey.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
How are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm good, sir.
Good to hear. You sound good.
I'm still down in Florida. I'm down in the deep south. They call me Colonel Angus. Nothing I like more than that warm, musty, deep south. How you guys doing?
Colonel Linguist, I am a big fan of going down south too, so I'm right there with you.
I always like to stop in and pay a visit when I'm down south.
Yep, sometimes you just gotta hit that little intersection. Beautiful little restaurant right there at the Y. Just go eat lunch right there at the Y.
Nothing like some clam chowder.
How in the hell did we get here so fucking early in the morning?
But stay away from the bearded clam. It's a dangerous thing. It'll suck you in. What's going on, guy?
I'm going back to bed.
Too early for this shit.
I am not awake enough yet. Nope.
I'm actually going to Walmart. I gotta go get gas. Do you guys use that Gas Buddy app?
I use Upside.
Upside. Oh,
So
really?
Josh turned me on to one that we used. That's pretty decent.
I made about $100 on Upside.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Local grocery store, and it takes off like every month. We add up all the points, and I get like $1.20, $1.25 off every gallon of gas that we buy.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, that's using the one Upside? That's a better app?
No. This is our grocery store that we go to.
Uh-huh.
They have a gas station there, and you earn reward points for every like $50 you spend.
Is that a local chain or a regional?
Yeah, it's regional. It's called Ingles.
Right. We had one here a few years ago that was doing that locally around the area, like a certain company. So if you dig around, you might find one. Yeah.
It actually, we save. Well, we don't really drive all that much, but it does. I mean, gas ain't cheap, and $1.20, $1.25 off every gallon is nice.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right, I got to bring this up real quick just because I'm excited. I didn't think this was ever going to happen again, and it may not be anything, but Mazda is putting rotary engines back into new cars.
Oh wow!
If you
the
don't,
Henkel, is that the Henkel?
That's where it's got the triangle.
Yeah, but isn't there a name for it, the Henkel engine or something? But yeah, it's a rotary, triangle rotary.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like some of the best engines ever designed. Why they ever quit making them, I wasn't sure, but yeah, this is exciting for me just because I am one of those engine type of guys. I love knowing how it works and this and that and the perfection that goes into making them. And this really is one of the, I don't know how to say it, the best designed engines, I think, that has ever been manufactured on a large scale. I'll say that much. But yeah, they're putting rotary engines back into cars. That's awesome. Every car should be using these. All right, enough of that.
Yes.
And just I'm sorry.
I just wanted to thank you, Liz. I did change the date. I thought I already changed that date once, but then I remembered I had to relaunch OBS for an update. But I did push the button. Thank you for reminding me. I did remember this morning.
Is everybody seeing me? Or did I do it wrong? Oh, yeah, there's the red bar. Okay, so I want to share a screen really for a second, just so that people that can see this, you will hear. I mean, you will see that. All right, so, we talk all the time about being shadow banned here at Iron Realm Media and like, oh, yeah, you guys just suck. That's why you don't have anybody. But here's the deal. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm running late this morning, so I go to my homepage to go to Iron Realm Media here at the bottom where I normally click it because it's on my homepage. But if you'll notice right over here, I'm just saying, Love Nature's apparently live. Glowbuster's apparently live. Iron Realm Media did have a dot here because y'all had put up a new video recently, or we did, whatever. But yeah, all the dots mean new videos up. But there was nothing, and there still is nothing to indicate that Iron Realm Media is currently live and broadcasting for the public in general. We don't make this shit up. They bury us. Period. All right. I'm through bitching. I haven't checked Roxanne yet. Have you hit the button?
I have hit the
Just
button.
to let you know, as far as banning goes, I got all my Instagram accounts knocked out in one shot yesterday from Facebook.
Are you freaking kidding, dude?
Yeah, and I made the mistake. I replied to somebody from my Jonathan, photo, my professional photo one. And as I did it, I'm like, oh, this won't be a problem, will it? Well, it was. I literally woke up and it said, this thing violated community services. How did they phrase it? I got to show you a screenshot. I'm not in front of my computer, but basically it was medical misinformation, they said, because I made a commentary about ivermectin and hydrochloroquine, how, according to the Emergency Powers Act for the vaccines, they can only rush out a vaccine under that if there's no other existing cure or protocol in place. And those things were in place for that purpose. So, yeah, so I posted something to that effect, and it says, warning, this is false propaganda. Are you sure you want to keep posting it? And I'm like, yeah, sure, fuck it. Well, fuck it. And then when I went to get back on, I had to send a mugshot of my face with a code to prove it was me. I felt like I was like a prisoner, like, the number underneath, like, hold this up to your head,
Right.
I said that, and it said, okay, we can't verify who you are, but thanks for your troubles. That was it.
We have duly logged and recorded this picture. Thank you very much. But it's not going to do
Yeah,
you any good.
That's exactly what they wanted. They wanted to make sure I was a criminal and I was incriminating myself. So.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of censorship these days on all this stuff.
Yeah, I've never done the whole Instagram thing. I think I was on there for like a couple weeks while I was on Walkabout, just sharing pictures, and I was like, this is just another.
I can't survive without it because that's what I do. I mean, that's photography, and most of the people are on there are vain. So, but it's not like I gain business from it. It's more for communications on the back channels.
I love photographers because I've gone out and snapped a couple pictures. Been told I have an okay eye for it, but I've offered my pictures to other photographers, and all are like, no. It's like offering a musician a song. They're like, yeah, thanks, but I do this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you get it, Jonathan? You know what I mean? Like, I don't need your pictures. I'll go take that picture.
Oh no, I get that, but I still get people that they'll do their best with iPhones, and iPhone's really good. They've made it incredible. And then I'll show them some shots they can't do because they don't have the focal lengths that they need. And it's like, oh, well, I guess, okay.
Yeah, I did a lot of animals, and wild animals, they don't just sit there and let you walk up and get macros and stuff like that of them. So you have to have those good. Mine was I had a 60 by optical zoom.
Okay.
It wasn't bad. It was enough to, I think the coolest one I got right before I went over to Josh's house, I got a crane, blue heron crane, catching a largemouth bass that no shit was at least 12 inches long. Like, that's minimum. But I was watching it in the water, and all of a sudden I look back up and it's got this huge bass in his mouth, and I caught, I don't know, maybe a minute and 15 seconds of it holding his mouth with the fish fighting, trying to get out, and it almost dropped it a couple times, and then it's sitting there turning it, and it finally gets it turned straight with its mouth, and then all in like 1 second, whoop, just swallows the whole fish. Yeah, I'll never forget that. I was in Mark Twain National Forest.
Right on.
Missouri.
I know one thing. I don't do weddings. I don't do, shit like that. I don't have time for that.
So first thing my wife stopped doing too.
Really?
Oh, God.
Yeah, screw that noise.
Where the money's at, though, isn't it?
I'm not a whore, but yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, before you get like recognized or known a little bit around, weddings are good.
People always say stupid shit like that, and that, no offense, but that's so fucking stupid. Do you know what a wedding entails? You got to start at 9 a.m. with the bridesmaids and other bullshit, and finally end at 11 o'clock with a fucking dance thing. And you're dealing with drama and stress, and hopefully you don't miss any shots. And if you're the lead, that includes the ring, that includes certain, then you got to go outside, do the family photos. You got to, have patience up the fucking wazoo. You got people, you got a perfect shot lined up, and some jerk off will dance in front of you. It's usually a fat white guy. Guarantee it, 90 times out of 10. But no, it's like, people talk about the money, and then the money's like an issue because sometimes it's like a deposit. And I've seen it where they stupidly, like, they won't pay the band or they won't pay because in their mind, I spent all this money on this wedding. Well, you didn't spend it yet, asshole. And I got your photos, and you're not going to fucking get them if you don't pay me. You know what I mean? Like, they'll try to renegotiate. This is all I got. Well, this is all I got. Everything's out of focus. I'll give you all those shots. But it's good. Listen, like, even down here, like, shooting nude women versus I'm shooting, like, there's 5, I'm doing a tantra set. This one woman's working on another woman doing tantric massage. I did a yoga set. I did 3 models, and I'm doing like 2 DJ sets at a party, right? Out of all that shit, you know what I like to shoot? Food. Fresh baked apple pie. You know why? Because it sits there and it knows its freaking job. Do you know what the definition of a model is? It's a thing you hang clothes on. That's all it is. It's a thing that you hang stuff on, jewelry, whatever. Okay, that's all a model's supposed to do. But the apple pie sits there and it doesn't complain, doesn't tell you it's hungry. It actually lures you on. It says, eat me, eat me. And you know where it's been. You know it's fresh. Nobody else has had its mouth on it. And you know what it's never going to do? It's never going to come back and say sexual harassment. So shoot food. Food photography is the way to go.
Food.
Lessons from Jonathan from Jersey.
We're gonna have to make that a soundbite. Life lesson.
No. What were you gonna say? Were you gonna make a soundbite?
Yeah, life lessons with Jonathan from Jersey. Something like that.
With Colonel.
Yeah, what not to do. What not to do lessons.
What was the one with
I'll be like George Costanza, do just the opposite. Whatever I do the opposite. You'll succeed.
The Colonel says, shoot chicken.
So I got to go have breakfast with somebody down in Fort Lauderdale. It's only a half hour for him at Delray, but I actually went to sleep last night. I crashed so hard at 10 o'clock, and then I get up, and when I'm up. I can't. Sleep is not my friend, and so I'm like, what do I do with myself? And I said, let me go to Planet Fitness. I said, let me get some gas furs. Walmart used to be open 24/7. I think they all limit them now. I think it's like 6 a.m.
There's none in our area that stay open 24 hours anymore.
Yeah, it's just 6 a.m. So I wanted to get, some stuff for the car, like fuel cleaner and all that crap. So I'm going to go to this Planet Fitness and put in a workout and then go after. And if you want me to come on later, if that's okay. I mean, I don't know what you guys are talking about or who's coming on as a guest.
Nobody, just us. We'll be hanging out here till 6 for the next couple hours.
No, he meant this afternoon, I think.
No. I meant like after I'm done my workout, I'm going to go work out.
You meant I thought you meant last afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, last half hour of the show.
I misunderstood because I have a cat climbing up me here. Sorry. Trying to keep her from grabbing the earplug out of my ear because now she's got it. It's her attention point. So I'm going to have to put her down. But yeah, that's cool. We'll be here till 6.
Dude, that's a little severe. You don't have to fuck.
That's what I was going to say. Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
She's gave me enough crap. You're going
to talk about corporal punishment.
Go and go. Baby. Stop. And now she's grabbing.
It's funny. That'd be funny, right? I had to put her down. He takes the gun out, or he takes the hat. He kills her, and then he's got a whole box of kittens underneath the desk. He just pulls out a new one.
I do actually at this point.
All right, I gotta go, man. This is getting disgusting.
All right, Jonathan.
See you guys in a bit.
Have fun. Get that.
Oh, come on, girl. Stop, man.
Heart rate up.
You gotta. Oh, you're so silly. All right, hang on.
All right.
So Josh, if you were a bajillionaire, right? Is not an object.
Right.
Would you go jump into a titanium little metal ball and connect some tubes to it and try to go down to see the Titanic?
So that's one of those things where my gut reaction says, well, hell no, that's stupid as shit. But if money's not been an object for me for a while, and I'm just fucking bored because, well, money's not been an object for me for a while, maybe there's a chance. If I just been sitting around living off trust funds, getting bored, thinking maybe I'll just research the Titanic for a little bit. Wow, that's cool. I really like the Titanic. I've got all this money. Maybe I'll go down and see that bitch up close. Because why not? It's possible.
It is, yeah, possible. I've been on this story since it started being a thing because I was huge into the whole James Cameron going to the Titanic thing. Here's a movie director who created technology to film a movie underwater in the abyss and then further developed more technology to make a movie about the Titanic. And then he made a whole series of going and exploring Titanic and discovering shit that people hadn't discovered yet about it. Pretty amazing considering he started out directing, Piranha 2, I believe it was. Anybody know? Okay. So that whole thing was amazing to me. I love James Cameron's movies. I love his whole thing. I know he's a dick. I get that. But, most driven people like that are. But I don't know. I'm like Josh on the whole, maybe if I had the boredom and had done all the things that money would let me do up to this point, possibly. But if I had the money, I definitely would have went with a better setup. I might have called old Jimmy Boy himself. Hey, Cameron, what did you use? Because this tin can I'm about to get in don't really look too great to me. In fact, to the point that the aunt of the teenager who died said that the only reason he went on this adventure is because it was such a fucking big deal for his dad, who made him basically talked him into going, convinced him to go, encouraged him to go, whatever the fucking word you want to use. Up until the day they got in that thing, the kid was not wanting to go. It was against his internal, like, hey, I got some sense. I don't want to kill myself. But he went for his dad. And now we know the result. So that part really makes me go, damn. Yeah, if I had the money to do such a thing, I definitely would have went at it better. Of course, I wouldn't be spending my money on that anyway. I'd have a bunch of classic guitars and studios and, you know. Oh, look, Vertec knows in chat. I'd buy a Les Paul. Anyway, but yeah, it's a tough story to read about, definitely. And then what really sucks is that the Navy apparently knew that they had imploded the day it happened. But all these news stories have been leading us all to believe there was some chance they might rescue these people. So.
Oh, that's the news. I mean, they're.
Yeah, I got it. I get that. It just fucking evil fucks hashtag there. So yeah.
Even if they knew, you know, they'd probably drag it out as long as they could just for the story, the clicks.
The story, the clicks. They got to notify families. They got to get all their ducks in a row and their story straight as to what the actual narrative is going to be.
Now, I heard somebody, what's that guy's name? Forrest Galante, maybe? Usually, I think that's the guy who goes around finding animals all over the world, tries to find an endangered species or species that are supposedly extinct. But he was talking about it. He said it's a rare occurrence, but it has been known to happen where giant squids will attack these subs, and they get down there in those frigid, dark temperature waters of the northern Atlantic. Yeah, I'm not sure. Now, it wasn't like this was the first maiden voyage or anything like that. Supposedly, this is like Richard Branson taking you up to the edge of space. I think it's like 250 grand, and you go out there for 5 days or something like that. And it's
yeah, and people die on the rides at Disney as well. So I'm saying, you know, just because it's been done a bunch, don't make it safe.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget what Stonewall Jackson said. Under the providence of God, you're as safe in your bedroom as you are on the battlefield.
What's up, Travis?
Hey guys, listen, I got to jump in because I don't know. I'm going to be doing Uber and whatnot, but I don't know if you know about it, but there's a brand new podcast called the Ubercast. It's trending right now. I sent you a link for it. There's some guy driving around, giving ride shares, interviewing his passengers, having amazing conversations with them. And then he's going to post them in seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every day he goes out is a new season with new episodes. Episodes could be as long as 5 minutes, could be as long as 45 minutes. Depends on how long the ride share is. It's an amazing podcast. It's called the Ubercast. Check it out.
All right. So do you have to give them advance notice? Like when they book you through Uber?
No. They climb in. I say, "Hail King Josh. Welcome to the Ubercast. We are being streamed live to my YouTube right now. Everything you say or do will be recorded for entertainment purposes. Are we safe to proceed?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure."
Anybody ever say, "Dude, no"?
I had one guy yesterday. We had a really great conversation too, so I hope he changes his mind. He goes, "Well, see how this goes." But at the end of it, he's like, "Yeah, I don't know if I want you to share this." I'm like, "That's fine, man. That's great." He's like, "Is it live right now?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're going to take it down?" I said, "Yeah." So I took everything down so far. I stream live, so it's up there. And then as soon as I'm done with my tour, I take it down. So now I just got to go back and edit all my episodes now. But it is amazing, guys. We're having amazing Kraken conversations. Why did I say Kraken? It's Smurfing. We're having amazing Smurfing conversations. This is gonna be fire. This is gonna trend. I need you guys to help me trend this. And so I sent the Skype chat 2 links. One where I do a little 5-minute walkabout on my cul-de-sac and give you guys a little spiel about what I'm doing. And then I've got the hashtag in the description. So you guys can start hashtagging my tag.
Nice.
If anybody cares about what I think and what I do.
Absolutely. I just dropped it into our YouTube chat, and I'm working on getting it over into the rock fin there. What's up, Fishhead Montana? I'll see you, brother. There we go. Let me drop that off here as well at the TFR chat, which has activity every now and again. All right, you're 3-wayed now, sir. At least my 3 ways. Wow, and we're about to roll into a break, and I just got here.
Damn, already?
Got time? So I got this idea from Gleam. You guys know who Gleam is?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen Gleam in a minute, but yeah, we know Gleam.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So I got this idea from him because he always hails us as kings and queens, right? I don't know if you know this or not, but whenever he sees me on and he wants to say hi, he says, "Hail, my king," or whatever like that. So I started greeting all of my writers.
Oh, there's break news, Trev. We're gonna have to pick up this with Gleam on the other side of the break as we discuss the new exciting Ubercast that's going to be trending on YouTube and TikTok. Meanwhile, stick around. We'll be right back after these briefest messages is right here on the IronWorx Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. We'll be right back.
Resolve says I will. 2 of the most powerful words in the language. I will. Benjamin Disraeli once said, nothing can resist a human will that will stake even its existence on the extent of its purpose. Shortly put, I'll do it or die. See, that's powerful. That could be the day that turns your life around. The world has a strange way of stepping aside when somebody says, I'll do it or die. A man says, I will climb the mountain. They've told me it's too high, it's too far, it's too rocky, it's too difficult. It's never been done before, but it's my mountain, I will climb it. Pretty soon you'll see me waving from the top. Or dead on the side, because I ain't coming back. The best definition I ever got from the word resolve came from a little junior high girl in Foster City, California, up north. Promise yourself you will never.
Extendivite is more than just a heart tonic. Do you have any of these symptoms? Night cramps in the hands and feet. Your arms and legs often go to sleep. On short walks, do your legs get aches and pains? Is your memory worse than it used to be? Ankles that swell late in the day? Has your blood pressure increased lately? If you answered yes to even one of these questions, you may have early warning signs of arterial blockages. Your body is saying that it is time to take Extendivite. These are not the normal signs of aging. They are the warning signs that accompany blocked arteries. Get your Extendivite today. Extendivite is available in capsule or liquid form for just $69.95 for a 2-month supply. To get started, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822 or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendivite.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Jim Ram, retired. In early 2012, I was facing a laundry list of chronic health conditions that my physician was telling me were incurable. I knew there had to be a better way, and I learned how I could reverse every one of my ailments with science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition. In just a few months, I was able to reverse high blood pressure, gastric reflux, sleep apnea, arthritis, degenerative disc disease, heart arrhythmia, AFib, and many more. And I've lost over 70 pounds and kept it off. Now I'm hosting a radio program that's dedicated to helping my listeners do the same. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you're sick of being used as an ATM by your doctor, then you'll want to tune into the Your DIY Health radio program here on Truth Frequency Radio every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern and 6 to 8 a.m. Pacific.
Real people, real radio.
Initiating the truth frequency.
This is Truth Frequency Radio.
I got dead air.
This is Michael Tyson. You probably know me better as Iron Mike, but I don't go by Iron Mike no more because I used to be a monster. I'm a different person now. I'm all about happiness. But what is happiness? I'll tell you what happiness is. Every time I listen to my favorite show, Iron Realm Media, it's a truther show on YouTube.
Need input. Input.
Welcome back to the second half of the first half of the IronWorx right here at Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. We are talking with our friend Travis Finley, who is
what's up
coming up with a new show, podcast.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I haven't seen it out there, so it should be new. Listen, for everybody out there, what I'm telling my Smurfs, what you can do for IronWorx is, you know, the best support that you can do right now is hit that like. Okay, the like should match the viewer count. Every viewer should be smashing that like. Every viewer should be jumping down when it's not when it's live. After it's published, you go down into the comment section, make a comment, and then you share the show right now. Share the show and hit that like, because you're going to increase the algorithms that is going to distribute the IronWorx to a broader audience. That's the best way you can support any creators that you watch. As soon as you open that window to watch that video, that's what you should be doing. Smash that like and then make a comment and then share. Boom, boom, boom. 3 things free for you to do. And just, you know, supporting your creators.
Yeah. I used to do a lot of that. Now I just hit the thumbs up. You won't see me in too many comment sections anymore. I haven't.
What the Smurf is wrong with you, man? What the Smurf is wrong with you? Share the show, comment, and like. All 3 things. Boom, boom, boom. If you're not doing that, what the Smurf is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's just it's like hashtagging, Trav. I've never ever put a hashtag in front of anything. I'm old.
Well, you're gonna start now. You're gonna start now. Hashtag the Ubercast.
These are all new tricks. I'm an old dog. No, I'm joking.
There you go, man. Anyway, I'm gonna still be listening, but I'm gonna be making my coffee and getting my stuff ready for this minute, so I'm gonna be listening.
All right.
What the Smurf are you doing if you're not liking, sharing, and commenting? Who knows? Maybe we could outshare the YouTube algorithms.
There you go.
You never know. A quick reminder, we're not going to be doing a Have No Sphere this evening. I will be on the debut show of High Vibrations over there, Truthers Hour of Comedy, THC, with Mike LaBrash. He's got a new show coming out, got some new co-hosts, and their first show kicks off this evening at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, 5:30 Pacific.
Wait, what time Central?
7:30.
I predict you're going to mention the Ubercast.
Ubercast.
I think that's a pretty safe prediction.
Excuse me. Uh-oh.
You have a link for that show tonight, Josh?
I
Gray
believe
Hulk
so.
is looking for.
I think so. Let me see if I can't dig one up.
Okay, so now they're saying planet orbiting 2 stars discovered using a new technique. This is from SciTech Daily, right? And to start off the article, it's not planet orbiting 2 stars discovered using new technique. It says not science fiction. That's how this starts off their, whatever these are called, article. It says not science fiction. That should tell you something right away. When the beginning of the article has to tell you this isn't fake, I think they're really. I mean, when have they had to put disclaimers? I mean, of course, Star Wars, Star Trek, all that stuff. Yeah, disclaimer. This is just a show. Blah blah blah. But they're talking about science here, right? And they start the article off, the headline, before it even gets to the headline, says not science fiction. Radial velocities method to discover a new circumbinary planet. So it's nothing, it's not a new technique, discovered using new technique. And then a pioneering team of astronomers has become the first to use an old technique. So, good Lord, that's some horrible writing.
Well, I have some better writing. I was just kind of going over here. I had actually started reading this article last night. I believe Josh stuck it in here. Yeah. And I kind of stopped when I got to a certain sentence here. And that was enough for me because I was just like, are you kidding? So we talked recently, I believe, on a show about redshift and how it could be explained on a flat area, and how we've talked many times on our show about dark matter and dark energy, dark bullshit. I mean, dark crap that they're coming up with, to account for like the unsolved mystery of like 95% of our universe. And along those lines, one of the things that is always brought up with the redshift is this cosmological constant that basically has to be there. This accelerating expansion has to be there again for their bullshit to work out correctly. But the problem is this expanding, accelerating universe thing doesn't ever mathematically work itself out. In fact, it not only doesn't work itself out mathematically, the values made by predictions of its value made by particle physics differ from actual observations by 120 orders of magnitude. You better get a big eraser, guys. In fact, the cosmological constant has been described as the worst prediction in the history of physics. And so the cosmologists have been looking at trying to resolve the discrepancy between the different values of lambda by adding new crap, new particles, or physical forces that they haven't really discovered yet, dark matter, you name it, they're throwing it out there. In this work, we put on a new pair of glasses to look at the cosmos and its unsolved puzzles by performing a mathematical transformation of the physical laws that govern it. Sounds like they're making shit up. But anyway, that was Lombrizer, apparently is the author of a paper that's going to be published, or was published June 2nd, or will be published, June 2nd. Hello, what day are we in? A little further on, though, here in this little article, oh, damn it, I just read it again and I've lost it.
The universe that Kepler and Galileo, Copernicus and Kepler, Newton and Galileo, and even Einstein understood is different from the one we know today. If that's not some AI written horseshit, who the fuck is going to let that sentence fly? What editor is going to look at that and say, yep, thumbs up, bro, good job. Way to cram as many words into that sentence as possible. Matter of fact, I love the way that you used Kepler twice and Galileo twice. for no fucking reason. Good job.
So, in Lombreiser's mathematical interpretation, the universe isn't expanding, but is flat and static. Let me read that again.
Bet they
In
got to write it. Sorry.
Wait, what?
That sounded like a Kamala Harris line right there. Just saying, the passage of time, and it's part of the passage of time in this place we live in, the passage of time, right? Something like that. Get him, Josh. Sorry, Walter, go ahead.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah. That sentence, I forgot what the article was even about. Once Josh started reading that, I thought you were making fun of him or something, Josh. I can't believe that that's actually in there like that.
I know, right?
Now, would Shella let that fly, Walter?
Wait, I missed it, sir. You broke up. What happened?
Would Shell have let that line fly?
Oh, no, that sentence is really bad.
I mean, would AI let that fly?
Yes.
That's some bad AI. See, I'm not worried about AI taking over. They can't even write them. Did you hear about, this is just disgusting, but I guess it's happening in San Francisco. The U.S. approves chicken made from cultivated cells, the nation's first lab-grown meat. For the first time, U.S. regulators on Wednesday approved the sale of chicken made from animal cells, allowing 2 California companies to offer lab-grown meat to the nation's restaurant tables and eventually supermarket shelves. It's disgusting. It's like grown in a metal pot type looking thing. We're going to see some crazy stuff come out with people eating this kind of stuff. I don't know how dangerous it is or anything like that, but my gut just says no, don't eat this. Soylent Green. Soylent Green is people. But yeah, lab grown meat. Not science fiction anymore. Now, do you think it's actually lab grown meat, or is this just chicken that, and they're saying it's grown in a lab?
My guess is that whatever they have is probably grown in a lab, and they're taking some artistic license and calling it chicken.
Yeah, I really don't even want to read the article much more. I don't plan on eating this.
Well, that's because when they tasted it, sorry. I had a joke and now it's going to be dead. That's because the first time they tasted it, the guy said, "This kind of tastes like chicken."
Alligator tail. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about bears attacking lately. Black bears even. Which, I mean, it's not unheard of, especially if there's a female with some cubs. But black bears are usually scared of humans. But yeah, I've seen a few different articles now. And now they just closed one of the Blue Ridge Parkway Trail in Asheville from aggressive bear encounters. We actually had a bear in downtown Spartanburg up in a tree. A black bear. Not that long ago.
We got a fair amount of bears here in Missouri too, as of recent, to the point where they're saying, if you see the bear, leave it alone. Don't play with the bear. Don't feed the bear. Don't poke the bear. Which
Yeah, it's a bad idea. You know, and I don't know if it's like this all around the world, but here in America, we have, the teddy bear, and oh, bears are so cute and cuddly and soft. And no, I love all those protesters out there. You can't kill the bears. That's so mean. Don't kill those bears. California has a brown bear on its flag, and no brown bears live in California. There's a reason for that. Brown bears are known to eat people. You don't want to go out to your car to get ready to go to work and come face to face with a big giant brown bear. You're going to have a bad day. Bears are not soft, cuddly, sweet, nice. It is a wild animal. Yeah, raccoons are nice and sweet and cuddly until they're biting at your ankles and clawing your eyes out. Now you take a brown bear, so that's like a raccoon times 1,000. Yeah, they're not cute and cuddly. It's a wild animal that will rip your head off if it wants to. Yeah, in America we have this thing where I don't know, we see these, and it's not like a deer. This is a predatory meat eater. It's I don't know. I don't get it where people and the idiots that get out of their car and walk up to the big giant bear to take a selfie. Well, I don't know why it attacked me. All I was doing was going to get a picture. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a wild animal. That's not to be played with.
Keith Smurf in chat says he is 99% sure that he saw a brown bear in the mountains of Azusa, California.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. I know I heard just a few months ago someone talking about, yep, they spotted a brown bear in California. So yeah, I mean, the bears don't care about these imaginary lines we draw all over the place. It's up to us to prevent them from getting in and staying inside of those lines. I know there's brown bears in Colorado. They're all up the Pacific Northwest coast. And those are the really big ones. But those aren't the ones you have to just, it's weird. They're bigger, but they say you don't have to fear them as much because they have a much higher supply of food. They have all the salmon out there and stuff to eat. So one of those big giant Kodiaks would come and sit down right next to you and just pop a squat. And you don't worry as much because it just got done eating like 1,000 pounds of salmon. So it's pretty content. It might just come and sit down next to you. But you get one in Colorado where, the meals come a little bit harder. He might see you as, you're the salmon now. But yeah, they say you really have, it's a territory and stuff like that, and the amount of food they have to eat. Now, polar bear, you see a polar bear, just say goodbye. Just tell everybody you love. Shout out to the ether. I love you. I'll miss you. Have a great life. All that stuff because you're dead. That polar bear doesn't have no plants to eat. It doesn't have any berries to go pick or this or that. It eats straight meat. When it sees you, have you ever seen those videos of those guys that get into those like bear cages and they'll go sit out there on an ice shelf and wait for this polar bear to come up and try to get into the cage? And things like gnawing on it and trying to break through. Oh, morons. So, okay, you have money is no object, Josh. Would you go sit in the polar bear, whatever cage thing?
Why has Josh got to be rich to do stupid shit? I just wonder, can he do stupid shit right now?
I've been doing stupid shit forever. I've never done stupid shit when I had money. I've never had money to do stupid shit. I just do stupid shit as cheaply as possible. That's a good question. I mean, if money were no object, probably not. I'd probably fucking saddle that bitch and ride it around the tundra if money were no object.
Just bring a couple Coca-Colas with you and they're all content. But yeah, yes, I love nature. I love animals. I do. I love them. They're amazing, beautiful, but I don't ever want to go up and hug a bear. It's not. I've seen bears in the wild, and my first instinct was, oh shit. That was the first thing. And I was like, a good ways away, across the thing of water, sitting on a deck of a building. So all I had to do was open the door and turn around and walk 3 feet, and I was, behind the door at least. My first instinct still was, okay, don't move. Hopefully it won't see you. What do I do? Yeah, I've never had that instinct of, oh, look, a big old bear. I'm going to go up and say hi and take a picture with it.
It's privilege, I think.
It has to be. I was just about to say that has to be people who have no point of reference for any reality in their life. All those people walking up to the bison in the fucking Yellowstone, and like you say, hey bear, I take a picture with you. I don't get it. I don't even think I think that might be some of those NPC people. I mean, I don't know. It just makes no sense. I guess growing up in the South, hunting and having animals on farms and just learning relationships with those animals and pets. And I don't know. I just don't. Even when my mom and I stopped at the Grand Canyon going out, taking them to Oregon, there was this elk in the parking lot area. Like as you drove in, there's this huge drive up through these woody areas to this parking lot outside the Grand Canyon. But as we were getting to it, the car started backing up on us and we didn't know what was going on. And it turns out there was the patriarch elk of the whole place, of the whole area. Apparently something was going on with him. They thought perhaps he was getting ready to die because he was laying in the middle of this, surrounded on all sides by paved roads going in and out of this parking lot. But it was a nice little, probably not even a half-acre little lot area, all wooded up. And in the middle of it, there's lying this huge fucking elk, just laying there, upright, looking at everybody. He wasn't laid out, but just relaxed, chilled out. And around him are about 4 or 5 females. And then around them are about 6 or 8 other males and younger. And it's like a caste system almost is what it feels like looking in at it. And all I felt was amazement and gratitude. And, oh my God, I can't believe this is something I get to see and experience in my life. And here's all these other idiots trying to walk into it and go up to it and get pictures. I'm like, and the park ranger's trying to stop them. And even I said, hey guys, get away from the animals. Are you people idiots? I mean, it was infuriating me to see what they were doing, especially if it's sick or hurting or about to die. But sure, run up in the middle of their little plateau they've got laid out for themselves and get your stupid ass in the middle of it. I just don't get it. I just was amazed at observing it and trying to catch a picture if I could with my little crappy camera I had at the time. I definitely wasn't trying to go up in it. I don't know. I guess it's just different levels of respect or communication or empathy. I don't know.
Mr. Cheswick in chat, we don't have bears rummaging through the trash where I live. We have crackheads. Yes, treat the bears like crackheads. Fun to watch, but keep your distance. You don't want to get too close.
Hashtag cocaine bear.
Cocaine bear. Crazy movie. And loosely based on a true story. They actually did find a bear, with huge amounts of cocaine that it consumed, huge amounts of cocaine.
Probably not free based.
He liked it.
Probably eating just the raw powder form. I don't think he was actually, taking his baking soda, making more crack. I don't think it was actual crack cocaine bear, but that would be pretty messed up. See, crack cocaine bear. Cocaine bear bad enough, but crack cocaine bear, he just keeps coming back.
Even worse, crack honey badger.
Oh shit! Talk about not giving a fuck.
See crack honey badger every 2.5 hours, looking for another
Hey,
50 piece.
just real quick. You know, like I'm trying to think. Like TikTok, Instagram, they all have QR codes for your account, but YouTube doesn't do that. Why?
They suck.
You know what I mean? I mean, like YouTube was before, huh?
That would make sense, Travis.
I know.
Any of the changes that YouTube has made in the last.
But how can you shadow ban people if they can just give out a QR code that'll get you straight to their channel?
That might be it. Yeah, that could be it.
That
Anyway.
makes monitoring so much harder, Trav. And the
thing.
See, you're thinking that we're under the idea that YouTube wants to promote everyone and just, equally and fairly, and YouTube wouldn't, pick on a certain topic and say, put a little banner right underneath every video you put out saying this is an archaic belief that blah 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 blah. No.
They're not going to go in front of Congress and say, you know what, Congress, we'll start targeting those individuals. We'll make sure fewer and fewer people see that content. They wouldn't do that. Surely not. Surely that's not the halfway point. But I believe that is the shoddy sounding music that we get right before the clear as bell commercials, for whatever that's worth. Anyway, stick around. We've got a whole nother hour of the Ironworks coming up right after these messages.
This is iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio makes you want to move. When you have a great melody, a song lasts forever.
Instantly connected.
I love it when the beat goes.
Did you know you can listen to Truth Frequency Radio on iHeartRadio? Just download the app to your smartphone, or smart TV and get the best of TFR wherever you are.
Radio.
I'll see you there.
So you love talk radio, then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
The young turds, they are a joke. And look, I'm sad that the young turds turned into that. He says, if Joe Rogan tries to assault me, whatever, that's incredibly dumb. When you're a turd, you're a turd. Guys, I've never been scared of fighting in my life. When you're a turd, you're a turd. Joe Dennis, I'm not kissing his ass. Just play stuff with me. To be fair to Joe, people keep making it seem like we're into beef. Am I going to fight him? Absolutely. Oh, and you are. Oh, you say that's my... What's he going to do? He's like a gorilla. I've seen Joe beat people up. But I do know shit is full of crap. If I was an out-of-shape fat ass, he's way worse than I am. He's put out a tweet saying that he will beat up Joe Rogan. Oh, yeah. I'm not putting Joe on blast. It's all his little boys who are like, oh, no, Joe's going to get you. Joe's going to get you. Okay. When you're a turd, you're a turd. Guys, I've never been scared of fighting in my life. When you're a turd, you're... Just play stuff with me. I know I'm triggering them all. Do not actually fight each other. This is Satan talking about how if he was a dictator, he thinks about legalizing bestiality and pleasuring animals.
If I were the benevolent dictator of the world, I would legalize bestiality where you are pleasuring the animals. I'll tell you why. There was like a guy or a girl or something that was pleasuring a horse, and the horse came to a conclusion, right? So who got harmed?
This is all, you guys are children, okay? Stop misleading people. When you're a turd, you're a turd. Guys, I've never been scared of fighting in my life. When you're a turd, you're a turd. Joe Dennis, I'm not kissing his ass. Just play stuff with me.
It is impossible to anticipate where the two monsters which suddenly appeared will attack next.
Punk, you think you're tough? When you're a turd, you're a...
You are now tuned into the truth frequency.
TFR. TFR.
Truth Frequency Radio.
You have stolen my dreams and my childhood.
Good morning. I'm here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up!
Wake up! What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Wake up! Wake up!
Hi, this is Alan. I like IronWorx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IronWorx with Josh, Walt, and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cozy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IronWorx with Josh, Walt, and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IronWorx on TFR.
The Susan Layton Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the planet. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The IronWorx with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IronWorx and become an Iron Scout.
And welcome back. First half of the second half of the IronWorx right here on truthfrequencyradio.com, TFRlive.com. Just chilling and hanging out on a Friday morning. Another quick reminder, we will not be doing Have No Sphere this Friday evening because I will be on High Vibrations with Mike LaBrash over there on the Truthers Hour of Comedy THC channel. So make sure you guys head over there this evening if you're still awake, although I doubt Liz, the Iron Maiden, will still be up at that time. That's a little unrealistic, unreasonable to expect her to be up that late. But for those of you who are
party animal. Just saying. So did you guys see that they found another Nile crocodile down in Florida? It's like the fourth one that they've caught in the last decade. Not like there was just one, and someone released it from being a pet, and then it grew, and then they caught it, and now it's gone. No, they've caught 4 since 2016. That's scary.
And do they really call them Nile crocodiles?
Yes.
Some dumbass missed the boat on Crocodile.
The crocodile. But yeah, they're supposedly not much different than the American crocodile. They get about 4 feet longer. They can get up to like 20 feet, where the Americans get up to about 16 feet. But that's not the thing. It's not just the size that's a little more intimidating. They are much more aggressive than a American crocodile. Don't know why. What is it? The medulla oblongata. But yeah, they're
Painful
much
teeth.
more aggressive.
I think their teeth hurt. I think is what it is.
Because they got all those teeth and no toothbrush. Mama's wrong, Josh.
It's all right. Tamanoid doesn't even believe in them. Denial croc.
Denial croc. But yeah, that's one of those species that they say there's like 6 different species that are coming into Florida. Florida's one of those weird places. It's like the only real tropical place that we have in the U.S. What is your climate considered down there, Walter? Are you guys considered tropical?
Semi, maybe. I don't even know.
I didn't think you guys were like considered tropical, but down there in like the Everglades, that's like tropical. And when you bring something over like a Nile crocodile or something like that, they're used to it being real warm all year round. So it's not like Maryland where, yeah, a crocodile can go there, but most likely it's going to die in the wintertime. Like, Mother Nature takes care of that for us and keeps them from going in that direction. Now, I know they can live as long as their noses don't freeze and all that stuff. But Florida is like, it's perfect for so many different species. Can go there and live all year round and not be run out by Mother Nature. It's the one part of America where we could take species from other jungle type areas, tropical areas, and bring them here and they can flourish and thrive. There's a lot of food down there in southern Florida, wild animals and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I used to want to go fishing down there so bad in the Everglades. Largemouth bass. They get enormous down there. They eat all year round. And it was always one of my dreams when I was young. And then I got the chance to go when I was a little bit older. And yeah, I was thinking about all the crocodiles and alligators and stuff. And I was just like, yeah, I don't want to be eaten while I'm out fishing. And I'm not a boat fisherman. I like fishing from the shore. And yeah, just standing right on the shore, alligators and crocodiles all over the place. Nah, I don't think so. They say down there in Florida, it's like every pond, lake, river, whatever, doesn't matter. There's going to be a gator in there. Unless it's fenced off to keep them out. Like you go golfing, there's going to be a gator in the pond.
Now that's what you call a water hazard.
Yeah, no.
Shout out to the Armed Fisherman on YouTube.
Love that guy. He had a good one just last week. I don't know, man. There needs to be some, and don't get me wrong, we need police officers. They're nice to have around. It's nice to be able to, something crazy happens to call somebody to come and help you with the situation. It is a needed thing in society,
When seconds count, police are minutes away.
Yeah. Well, there's all that, but just, police are needed. It's a necessity in society to have somebody to, help regulate the rules and regulations. But what doesn't help is when the people that we're giving this, what's the word? It's not an honor. I can't have a brain fart. But these people need to know the laws. If your duty and your sworn oath is to serve and uphold the Constitution and make sure nobody's rights are violated, that's your main thing. You're not a revenue generator. You're not supposed to go out there and try to get as much money out of the public as you can, and this and that, blah, blah. That's not your job. First and foremost, their job is to uphold the Constitution and make sure that everybody is, treated equally and fairly and has their rights upheld and not trampled on. And I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but all the different police officers I've talked to, none of them were given classes at the academy or after on learning these laws. Now, they may get a memo and have to take a class because the city got sued for infringing on someone's rights, but it's not taught like automatically. Like, hey, you got out. Okay, now we're going to have First Amendment class. And then, there should be like, okay, yeah, you did 6 months at the academy, and now there should be at least 2-3 hours a week of training to actually learn the actual municipal codes and the law, not your feelings and how you feel it should be. From one situation to the next, it can change. No. The laws are set. You are here to uphold them, and you can't uphold them if you do not know them. And they're not taught this stuff. They're expected to learn this stuff on their own. Now, what other profession does that? Like, think of that, like a surgeon. A surgeon probably has to go and prove their merit, their worth, before they can go and actually cut on a real human being, a live one. Why is it that we just send these people out with guns and badges, but yet they don't know where the femoral artery is, or what arterial blockage looks like, or this? They've never done any of it as far as the law. That's crazy. That needs to change. We don't, the whole, abolish the police, get rid of the police, that's insanity. How about educate the police? I mean, the First Amendment auditing community has done a pretty good job educating some officers. But that's not their job. They shouldn't have to be out there educating the police on the laws. And some of these guys have been at it over 20 years. They have stripes on their shoulder, on their arms, which means that, they're a sergeant or above. And they don't know the laws. 20 years, and they don't know public photography is legal. It's insane. Something needs to change. And it's not, we need to get rid of cops. No. We need to train the people that we hire to protect our way of life. They're not protecting you. It's not their job to protect you and your persons. That's your job. But when it comes to your rights and people infringing upon them, that's what their job is. And they're not taught it at all. Yeah, we need better training. It shouldn't be you get out of the academy and then that's it. Just like so many other things in this place, the laws even change. I mean, there should be, if not weekly, at least monthly classes that officers have to go to, hour, maybe 2 hours, to learn the laws and then get tested on it. And if you don't pass, then you get stuck behind a desk until you can take the time to actually learn the oath that you took. I mean, you took the oath already. You should know the stuff already.
Imagine you owned the fastest car on the planet. And because you owned the fastest, most dangerous vehicle on the planet, you were allowed to buy insurance that meant no matter who you hit, you never have to pay for anything. It's never going to be your fault. Never. Go as fast as you want, do whatever the fuck you want to do, because you have insurance that allows you complete immunity from any liability whatsoever. Just have fun, do whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter, because you're not going to be held responsible for any of your actions. That would be stupid as fuck. And that's what these police officers have with this qualified immunity, is they just have zero liability involved with their actions. So they just do whatever the hell they want to do and might get a few days paid vacation, but on very rare occasions do they actually even get prosecuted, let alone found guilty.
Yeah, and that gives them that mentality. I'll learn it tomorrow. I'll just learn it. So I don't have to learn it right now, because I always have that to fall back on. It's not my fault. I was never taught it. But yeah, the accountability needs to change as well. And
I think you change that, everything else will start to fall into place. I think it's that same attitude of entitlement that allows this shit to go on. Like, they uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, but they have never, I doubt, stopped to think what it would look like in their day-to-day interactions, what a domestic enemy of the Constitution would even look like. You're trying to deny someone of their, First Amendment right to free press? Well, you're a fucking domestic enemy of the Constitution.
Yeah.
As specifically outlined in your oath.
And that's like the very first one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen, I'm sure there are cops out there that can do it. Like, again, I love good police officers. We need them. But I've never seen one, asked on an auditing video when they're asked, what are the 5, things that were granted?
The 5 freedoms afforded to us under the First Amendment?
Yeah, afforded to us, yeah. What are the 5 freedoms that we get from just the First Amendment itself? Most of them know, freedom of speech. And that's it. First Amendment, you got the right to say whatever you want, blah, 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 as long as you're not inciting violence or something like that. You're allowed to say whatever you want. Most of them think that that's it. That's the First Amendment. And that's not even the first part of the First Amendment. What's the first one, Josh? You know it.
I don't even know the order.
First one is freedom of religion.
I know RAPS. Religion, assembly, protest. What's the P?
Protest.
Isn't there a second P?
Assemble. There's the right to religion, assemble.
Religion, assemble, press, protest, and speech. Religion, assemble, press, protest, and speech. Yeah, that's the 5. Protest, press, and speech.
So important. And then a police officer should not be asking anybody for their press pass.
Well, if it's an invite-only press event.
If you're inside an event arena or something like that, then
press passes have been issued to the press that's allowed there. Then you
Who issued those press passes? I'm just checking.
It is the private event holder.
Or
the corporation, the media corporation themselves can issue press passes. Like, I could probably issue a press pass.
I can, Michelle can give you one today if you need it.
Yeah,
that's how much authority is behind that little pass.
I'll make you one with a crayon, and it'll hold just as much weight as any other press pass out there.
Yep. If I was a First Amendment auditor, I would wear a fedora with a little ticker tape stuck in the hat band that says press on it.
Now, was there ever a time when you had...
I'm talking like this, see?
Yeah, see?
Was there ever a time when you had to announce that you were press, or was that just to let, certain people know, hey, I'm press, so talk to me, yada, yada, yada. When I ask you a question, it's okay. I don't know. But yeah, I love those old movies. Remember all the people running to the payphones? after a verdict or something like that.
Try to break the story first.
Yeah. Press pass. An IronWorx press pass. But yeah, they've turned it into a, I don't want to say money laundering, but just, it's not designed for what it was, or it's not doing what it was designed for. They have taken it and skewed it and turned it into a money generating system for the state, county, and city ordinances. And I'm sure there's bonuses for, or quotas. You have to pull over and write so many tickets for this and that. And when you start doing things like that, you start getting police officers that start giving out tickets to people that don't really deserve them. Because, hey, it's their word against mine. And I need to fill my quota, or I'm going to get in trouble because I didn't write enough I didn't generate enough revenue for the city or the state or the county this month. So I'm going to get demerited. So I'm just going to go out tonight and pull over. It doesn't matter. I can find something. I can make something up. And this happens a lot. These whole ideas of you have to, catch so many people breaking rules or else you're going to get in trouble. It shouldn't be like that at all. And so much of it can change with just educating these people and then setting it up so it's not designed for them to, go and mess with people. I mean, we don't pay these people to harass us. That's, and there is a big, big divide between the people and the police in this country. And it wasn't always like this. Of course, there's always a line there, always. But it used to not be as big of a gap as it is nowadays. And I'm not blaming the police for that at all, or the people. I'm sure it's been the same the world over for a very long time. I blame most of it on the media. How many times on the media do you see, oh, cop helps little girl get the kitten out of a tree? Never. You don't hear the feel good stories.
Well, cops don't have ladders. If you're going to call somebody, you need to call somebody with a ladder.
But you know what I'm saying? It's good stuff out there that's, promoted and shined a light upon. It's only the negative and the bad in a way that, especially if they can turn it into some type of race baiting story or, something like that. That's why everybody believes that all cops are bad. I'm not saying everybody does, but that's why there's so many out there that just believe, oh, all cops are bad, because that's all they're ever shown are the bad ones. We don't ever shine a light on good policing. There are a few First Amendment auditors out there that are actually out there looking for that. Now, when they get, a negative reaction, they give negative feedback. They are, they don't just sit there and take it. But there are those out there when they do have good interactions with cops, they thank them. Hey, thank you so much for, upholding my rights. Thank you for doing your job correctly. It's pretty much what they're saying. And that's the kind of stuff we need to see more of that from like the mainstream media, though. There's still so many people out there that are watching these news organizations, and all they're ever fed is garbage and negativity. And I think that right there could really change a lot. End of my rant. on that topic. Geez, I ate up that whole half hour just about. I'm sorry.
No worries.
No, good stuff. Good stuff. And you're right. We are almost at a break. Lord.
Tell me to shut up.
Nah, then I'd have to talk. And my nose is still not happy this morning. I'm sorry, I am so out of it, guys. The Benadryl has just got me zombified. So I am here and checking out the chat. I'm just not interacting as much as normal. And my apologies all around.
Shout out to Captain Caveman. And while we're on the subject of First Amendment audits, check out Cammed Up Caveman, who is a First Amendment auditor that does a pretty good job out there too. Cammed Up Caveman is pretty good. But that is going to bring us here real close. Real close. I'm a little bit out of it too. We did some bunny speed dating last night, and it went a little bit longer than I anticipated, so I got a little bit later than I had hoped. But yeah, we took both rabbits up to the Rabbit House Society to get their nails trimmed and their glands released. And then while we were up there, we just had Harris, who seems desperate to have a bun wife or something, needs a bond mate. So we took him up there and let him do some speed dating. He met, I guess, 3 new buns, none of which were terribly interested in his over-eager ass. Because he sees him and he just runs up to him and throws his head, basically his chin, right down on the couch and says, okay, here I am. Now you groom me and you put your head on me and you make sure that I'm the bottom bun and you will love me and we will love each other and we will be best of friends forever and ever. And the other bun's like, who the fuck are you?
The first key to doing better is find out. To change your life, really, you need ideas. There isn't anything an idea can't change. Schoaf taught me the major problem is lack of an idea, not a problem. At first, I didn't have any money. I said to Mr. Schoaf, I don't have any money. He said, that's not a problem. Now, see, up until then, I always thought it was. Right? I was confused. He said, no, the problem is lack of an idea on how to create money and wealth. It isn't lack of money, it's lack of ideas. So if you get the ideas, see, you can change anything. Now, to get ideas, you need a constant study of finding out. Now, Schoaf also said, when you find out something that works, put the information in your journal. Don't use your head for a filing cabinet. Put it in your journal so that you can do the next best thing. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Go over it. And if you repeat it, go over it, sure enough, someday, some mysterious day, the idea takes root, starts to grow, and shows up in your bank account, and your dress, and your personality, and your lifestyle. But capture the ideas in
The reviews for Extendivite are amazing. Here are some from Amazon. September 2018. Extendivite works in keeping my blood pressure in the normal range. I've been using Extendivite for many years now. May 2018. Great product. I use regularly and I rarely get sick. March 2018. This product has relieved what appeared to be angina pain in my chest and shortness of breath after climbing stairs. I'm quite happy about it. February 2018. My husband, son, and I have been using this product for a few months now, and we have noticed an improvement in our joints and blood pressure. Tell us your story. Get Extendivite today. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822 or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendivite.
For millennia, mankind has been searching for answers to the big questions, such as, where did the universe come from? Where did we come from? Why are we here? Are we alone? And just what the heck is the Sasquatch all about? I can't promise you answers, and neither can the Woo Crew, but they invite you to join them Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, midnight in the UK, for Freaky Friday, exclusively on Truth Frequency Radio. Spirituality, multiverse, quantum mechanics, the occult, and so much conspiracy analysis that it will make your mind melt. Take my word for it. Freaky Friday. It's more than a show. It's a way of life. I'm Stephen Hawking, and I am proud to be a Wookiee.
You are now tuned into the truth frequency.
Your protection from deception. TFR.
Truth Frequency Radio.
Inconceivable!
And welcome back. We'll just call this the fourth and final segment of the Ironworks. I'm pretty sure there was some music going on there. If you're familiar with the show, you might have recognized it, but I'll be damned if I could even hear it. So we'll just call this back.
Back it is.
Fourth and final segment of the Ironworks right here at truthfrequencyradio.com, TFRlive.com. And again, make sure you're tuned in to the Truthers Hour of Comedy THC channel on YouTube for High Vibrations this evening, whereon I will be their first guest on their debut episode. I'm interested to get to know the new co-hosts.
Yeah.
And I was going to try to put up a premiere, but I realized with the timing and the time we normally start and all that, there's really no video we put out ever that would be short enough to put within that time frame, and I just wasn't feeling up to editing anything over these last couple of days. So unfortunately, there will not be a premiere going on this evening. Like I said, if you guys just head over there to the THC Comedy Hour at the time necessary to go hang out, that would be just awesome for us. And there's lots of old stuff there on our channel you can throw up at 5:30 if you'd like to. Just not up to it today, guys. Sorry.
And 4.5 hours from now, the True Earth Solstice Summit begins.
Oh, yeah.
And I love this idea. I think Jaron and Austin, it's just a great way to, because the truther community is very split into, there's so many different truths out there. And I don't think one person has enough time to try to cover all the different truths and really dig in. There's so many things out there that we've been led askew to believing that there's a lot of different, you have your First Amendment auditing community, you have your Earth-shaped community, there's just, you name it, and we've been lied to about it, one way or another,
And for some people, that's going to be the most important lie that needs to be focused on by everyone.
Yes, is the one that they're focused on, yeah. And we get into our little echo chambers, where our reach isn't getting out to these other groups because they're so focused on their truth they're trying to share with everybody. Well, what Jaron and Austin do here, it's not just a bunch of people speaking about the shape of the earth. They have people that speak on law and on health and so many different topics. And they bring in people from their community. We bring in people from ours. And then all these people that are searching for truth are now shown new truths that they might not even have known were out there. And it's just a way of spreading awareness throughout all these different groups of people that, hey, there are other people searching for truth. It may not be the truth that you're focused on, but come over here and just listen to what they have to say for a couple hours. And, let's unite our communities together. united together, we are much stronger than all spread out in all these, we're compartmentalized almost. We do it to ourselves even. And what Jaron and Austin are doing here is getting all these different groups together and sharing information that way. I think it's a great idea. Austin Thompson will be on tomorrow from the Mellow Dome. Looks like 10 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Can't wait for that one. Yeah, they just got a great lineup. Dr. Barr, Brandon Big Sib, Dr. Narco Longo from Old World, Florida. Haven't heard of him, but I can't wait to see that. I love all the Old World stuff. David Avocado Wolf again. David Parker and Dawn Lester. I know we've had them on the show, haven't we?
We have.
Thought so. Justin Harvey, Santos Bonacci. There's a guy we've had on the show before.
2 guys we've had on the show. We've had Justin and Santos on.
Yeah.
And Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had all those guys.
Not David
Justin was
Avocado
one of
Wolf.
our first great shows early on. Yeah. Need to reach out and get him back over here.
I think David Avocado Wolf is the only one we've not had.
Yeah, we're going to have to see about getting him on. He's done some really great presentations. And I love the idea of, a lot of the times when these things are had, these events, the videos, the presentations kind of go by the wayside. A few months afterwards, it's hard to even bring them back up into your memory sometimes. Like, oh, I wanted to go see that, and then you don't, and then life happens, and you never get a chance. But what Jaron and Austin are doing is they have their site where you can get a lifetime pass and get access to everything, all the old presentations and everything, or you can go in and just buy a yearly pass or just for this one event. So you really they give you options on, because money is tight. Inflation is happening. We don't have as much. It's not that we don't have as much money as we had yesterday. It's just everything costs more. So I think it's just a great way to, share information and then store that information in a place where people can then go back to it easily and say, oh, I missed this presentation by this person on, the second summit that was held. It's right there on the site. All, you can just go find it real easy. So yeah, I hope it takes off. I know they're working really hard on getting it all done and put together, and they plan on doing this for years to come. It's not like we're going to do this for a year or two and then that'll be it. They're hopefully going to keep doing this with new people coming out all the time and, new ideas to be shared. It's just a good place to have everything kind of focused in one spot. So it's not all spread out through all the different communities. It's a way where all of the different communities can come together in one spot and congregate. So I think it's a great idea. Jaron, Austin, best of luck to you guys. I hope it goes really well. That this summit goes well. I know they did pretty good on the last couple. And yeah.
Shout out real quick there to Mike Stellium7 in chat. You have been on my mind a bit lately, sir. I've shared your channel, your information, your show with us to quite a few different people in my life of late. And as I went back to share it just a couple of days ago, your last time visiting us, looking at that date, that really made me feel bad. So we need to get you in here, Mike, really soon, man. It's been way too long. I want to see what you've been up to. I just miss hanging out with you, my friend. So hit us up. We're not going to be there tonight, but maybe we can work on something for next week or the week after. I know you're always busy too. So just reach out to us, please, sir. And I'll definitely be sending you an email here probably this weekend.
I want to get Jaron back on here too. We've not had Jaron on in years.
Yeah, we have not had Jaron on in forever. forever.
I know, he's always live when we are.
Always. What, Dave? Deep inside the rabbit hole, Flat Earth Dave saying, check out the Stellium 7 and Giant Trees button on the app. There you go. Cool. Nice.
Yeah, if anybody deserves their own button, it's definitely Mike. Yeah. Amazing. Love the way his brain works. And it's not just him looking at pictures either. That's what I love about it. Mike is one of those guys that it's like, I'm going to go there and I'm going to look with my own eyes and touch with my hands and feel it and smell it and, feel the place that he's showing you.
Don't think, feel.
Feel it. But yeah, if you've never gone to check out his work, at the very least, it's going to make you think. At the very least. And it should just blow your mind. All right. We got about 15 minutes before we get out of here. I know David will be in the Q&A, I believe, tonight. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he'll be there for the summit. I know people love being able to ask David questions. Yeah, I did a presentation on the last summit. There are no negatives in nature. And I don't even know, did I do that on my channel? I think I might have done it live. I know I did it on Have No Sphere here on IronWorx Media. I don't even know if I've done that on my channel yet. Oh, well. Yeah, there are no negatives in nature. So what else do we got in store? Any more space lettuce?
There was quite a bit of space lettuce. It's just a matter of digging through it all at this point. We'll just kind of start. We'll read through some headlines, find something interesting. The Louisiana woman finds pink katydids in her yard. That's interesting.
It's a thing for sure. From the story, obviously, it made sense that the fact that they're so rarely seen is that in nature they're quite the target from above, being bright pink as they are. The local insectarium here in New Orleans say they get about 4 a year donated because people find them and take them to the insectarium, which is an amazing place. They had this huge butterfly room, and they would just come and land on your shoulders. You could feel like a scene out of what was the movie with the butterflies and the Native American? Poltergeist 2. That was the one. That was the one.
Yes. The feel-good movie of 1983. Missing Titanic sub update. Debris field confirms deaths as family reveals teen went on doom trip for the father, which we addressed earlier. So, semi-funny meme about, Titanic 2, rich people 0. But whatever. Where on the planet gets the most and the least amount of sunlight? Which I thought was interesting. I think there's a 36-minute difference between the north and the south, which I thought was a little interesting.
How does that work?
Yeah, so that's what I was wondering. Oh, the amount of this reflected light you get depends on your latitude. So it's all about refraction. The amount of time you see daylight on average per day anywhere on the planet is over 12 hours, and this might seem odd Given that there are 24 hours in a day, it's reasonable to think that from the diagrams you saw in school, that when your half is in the day, the other half must be experiencing night. However, we actually get a little more sunlight thanks to Earth's atmosphere, which refracts light slightly, meaning that you get a little bit light before the sun has technically risen over the horizon in the morning, and after that, the sun has disappeared at night.
Isn't that nice?
Is that refraction, or is that just the way light propagates? Earth spins on its axis with the tropics.
Because the Earth curves so fast that it can't be where we see it.
It's got to be somewhere else.
Got to be somewhere else.
An ingenious NASA scheme aims to provide solar power to the moon's shaded regions, using a series of mirrors to bounce the light into the shaded regions. What do you think that's going to do to the way the moon looks to us here on Earth? If there's no more shaded regions.
They can't even get enough power to California to make enough energy to run all those electric cars. Now they want to give energy to the dark side of the moon.
Well, at least they're not trying to charge solar panels. They're just trying to bounce light, like in Legend, you know, when Tom Cruise takes care of Tim Curry by bouncing the light down the holes off all the old shields and stuff. And
nice one.
Finally defeats him. Yeah. This is all they're doing here on the craters of the Earth. They're just trying to provide, it says solar power, but I think they're really just looking to light it up. I didn't see them providing like solar panels. I mean, that would be the least, amongst the least efficient ways to charge a solar panel. Don't put it in the spot where it gets direct sunlight. We're going to put these solar panels in the shaded regions and then bounce light to it. I think they were just looking to light up the darker regions, but I don't know.
Why are they doing this now?
I think they're just trying to get a bunch of tax dollars. Gizmodo, the website that put it out, calls it a scheme. Is it like a Ponzi scheme? That's not for me to say. But
well, I guess we'll all find out in 2025 because they've scheduled an Earth-based demo for us. 2025.
Oh,
an Earth-based.
Anybody want to take any odds real quick?
An Earth-based. See, we got a flashlight here in the mirror. So in 2025, we're going to shine this flashlight at the mirror for an Earth-based demo.
Didn't I see that in the movie The Mummy?
Did they do some
whole underground
temple
thing?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think you might be thinking about the beginning of Fifth Element. Aziz, light.
Good reference.
What else we got here? Oh, this one we've already seen. This is the stupid 95% of the universe is a total mystery. These are some lists of myths, legends, and misconceptions about the aurora borealis. I'm assuming maybe both, maybe just both auroras. Who knows? Scientists want to give robots hands made from living wood lice. So that's a thing.
It is.
Meta unveils VoiceBox AI to replicate the voices of your friends and your loved ones. The technology breakthrough was announced via a published paper. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, that ain't going to end badly.
That's the stupidest way to introduce your AI voice box that replicates voices of friends and loved ones. So you publish a paper? Maybe release an audio clip. What do I know? What the fuck do I know?
I want to hear Josh singing the Macarena.
You just tell Mark Zuckerberg. I guess when he gets done training in his Brazilian jiu-jitsu, he can fire up the voice box AI to allow me to sing the Macarena.
So I thought this one was interesting. According to space.com, yet again, they are asking, where did Earth get its water? Which we've discussed this, icy comets, all this. Apparently it was sucked up from space water.
Yes, obviously. That's how vacuums work.
That's how, vacuums suck things to the surface of planets. Wait, that's not how it works. So yeah, apparently that's it. We sucked it up from space. They don't explain where the water originated there in space. They just say that, gold dust, gas and dust, suck it up, forming planets, In case of the infant Earth, this was vacuuming up of disk material that supplied our planet with water. What disk again are we talking about? Yeah, they're just making this up as they go along. Earth apparently formed much more rapidly than previously believed. It was born as tiny millimeter-sized pebbles accumulated over just a few million years. I mean, it should happen on the beach every day, but it doesn't. But anyway, here we go. An infant star. Our sun was surrounded by a disk of gas and dust, and sucking it up was little Earth. There you go. Now they've figured it out. There's really nothing else here. Magic water from the space got to Earth. That's it.
If that's how Earth was formed, then it's pretty lucky that we have water on Earth, Schiller said. This makes the chances that there are water on planets outside our solar system very low.
What was that first word in that sentence?
If.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In the same article to the right, we have a clicked link saying, how did Earth get its water? Moon rock suggests it might have been here all along. Well, shit, who cares if you say the same thing in different stories? We can just put all these little advertisements next to it and go.
What they do, cast the moon rocks in some ashes and bird bones and come up with the idea that the water's been in here all along?
Let's see. Did they do that?
I'm just trying to figure out how. Oh, look at these moon rocks. That means water's been on Earth the whole time.
They found that levels of strontium-87 were relatively low in lunar highland rocks that crystallized about 4.35 billion years ago, suggesting that levels of rubidium-87 and other volatiles were similarly low in Earth and the Moon when they formed, but that conclusion contradicts both of the major theories of how Earth got its water, which apparently are magic space water and icy comets, I guess, are the two big ones. It's the only two that they talked about so far here.
I don't know.
That's if the moon was formed by the Earth, but
Oh, that's right.
There's more theories about that. There's 5 wild theories. Number 1, we captured it from somewhere else. Number 2, it was just fishing. They were out casting a big line.
A big gravitational line.
There's co-formation. There's colliding planetesimals. Wait, what the fuck is this new word? Sorry, Travis. Some scientists have suggested the moon condensed from the debris produced by planetesimals. I think that's my new band name.
Planetesimals. If the Earth just made fun of the moon a lot, and then the moon cried, and that's where we got all the water from.
Right.
Maybe it's a spaceship.
Don't forget giant impact theory that would have completely wiped Earth out if it was formed that way. But hey, I don't know how that works, I guess.
Hey.
It just clicks deeper and deeper. Oh, no, indeed. Apparently, this is it, guys. Hold on to your socks. The missing Titanic, now found as a debris field, submersible, was built with NASA's help.
Well, what does NASA know about operating underwater?
No wonder it didn't work.
Can't write this stuff, but they definitely do.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of our focus should be. Well, other people's focus, not so much mine, but the ocean. I think they point us up and have our imagination out there when it really should be down there. Is where we should be looking for answers. And
more people have been on the moon than to the bottom of the ocean, Zach.
That's what they say.
I
That
find that
is
hard to
what they
believe.
say.
I bet you that if you were to search the bottom of the ocean, you'll find considerably more bodies than you will up there on the moon.
Yeah, I'd second that one. Well, that about wraps it up, folks. Remember, no show tonight. Have no sphere. Be back next Tuesday.
Yeah,
Right.
thank y'all guys so much. Love y'all. Love y'all. Thank you for putting up with my drowsy ass.
Love y'all.
That's it. We will be back on Tuesday for more of the IronWorx right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. And we will miss you. It'll be strange not doing a show, but I'll be putting on the guest hat. Although I'll be meeting new people, so I have to wear my Sherlock Holmes so I can turn it around. It goes both ways, and I can be the host and the guest. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Love you. Be good. Be well. Bye-bye.
Censorship